but also by being a good influence on everyone.
I hope we can finally mend the rift between our families.
Sorry to disappoint you, Elise, but if there's one person here who knows how vile you truly are, it's me.
The Tvwan News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome to this evening's news. I'm Rex Lita.
And I'm Tracy Pad. Join me later for all the sporting details.
In this edition, population count starts in Ley. PM receives district plan. And Women's Ley Tri-Seals draw. Enumeration or counting of the population started in Ley City today with Ley MP and Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso. The Morobe Urban Census team was in the Ley City Authority office this morning to input Rosso's data.
Morobe province is behind schedule due to the delay in materials and funding, while counting for the 2024 national census was scheduled for June 17th, some parts of the province started their Tier 3 training for interviewers. They had hoped to condense the 10-day training into 1 week. However, time was not on their side and they finally completed it on Friday, June 28th. The Provincial Census Coordinator for Morobe Urban, Waina Orama, said with Morobe having the largest landmass in the country, they have divided themselves into Morobe Urban and Morobe Rural, with each team covering 5 districts each.
For the urban, most districts have already completed their training and they've gone ahead to do the enumeration. We are commencing our enumeration starting today. That's why we have decided to enumerate our leaders, especially the member for Ley Open and the Deputy Prime Minister, who is now currently being interviewed by our interviewers. We will also interview the governor after this and other leaders like the district administrators and the provincial administrator. Once we have completed enumerating them, and we'll proceed to deploy to the whole district. For ICE, they will commence theirs tomorrow with the respect of that of the leader.
24 teams have been allocated their respective census units and will be visiting establishments or premises soon. Each team has a supervisor and 2 interviewers and will be equipped with tablets, high visibility vests and ID cards. The team hopes to conclude counting in Ley District by next week, then move on to the districts of Huon Gulf, Makam, Nawai and Bulolo. Kamala Guare, Tvwan News, Ley.
The government needs to know the number of people in the country. to provide services and make decisions. Member for Lae and Deputy Prime Minister John Russell made this statement after being interviewed in Lae this morning by the census team. He is the first resident in Lae District and Morobe Province to be counted.
All the staff in Lae out and about getting census details. It's a big event for the country, and as government we need to know how many people are in our nation, and so we can use that for programming, for planning, for development agendas, purposes and all that. It's a critical tool for government planning, and we haven't had a census for the last 12 years, so this week, critical for everyone to get themselves registered.
The 2024 census data collection period has been extended for another 2 weeks due to various challenges. The national census, since it started on June 17th, had been delayed in many provinces, and the extension comes in timely. Minister of Administrative Services, Richard Masere, today announced that the 2024 census, which began on June 17th and concluded on June 30th, will be extended for additional 2 weeks. The unavailability of the domestic flights due to fuel shortages, casual delays in the delivery of census materials, and mobilization of the personnel, thus the call for an extension. Despite these challenges, all census materials and tablets have now been successfully delivered to their respective areas. Third-tier training is currently underway in most regions, and expected the enumeration to commence shortly in those areas affected. The support and cooperation of all citizens during this extended period are crucial to achieving accurate and comprehensive census data. Prime Minister James Morobe received the 5-year district development plan for central Bougainville in front of the people from the district, signifying its launch in Arawa last Friday, June 28. The plan will cost up to 400 million kina in its full implementation, with Prime Minister Morobe calling on the autonomous Bougainville government to work with the national government to bring in the money for its full delivery.
Prime Minister Morobe had reassured the people of central Bougainville that the national government would continue funding key impact projects on Bougainville and making available district allocations, including central Bougainville. The PNG government is committed to delivering health projects in the autonomous region of Bougainville, said Prime Minister James Morobe when witnessing completion of the Arawa School of Nursing last Friday. While at the launch, PM Morobe commended the leaders of Bougainville for the completion and operation of the Arawa School of Nursing, an important milestone in the development of the health sector on Bougainville. The Arawa School of Nursing is one of the 2 core priorities for the national and Bougainville governments as they work at developing more functionality for Bougainville in line with its special autonomous needs. The Prime Minister said for the other core health priority of a level 5 hospital for Bougainville to be built in Arawa, the national government will support the ABG to get the project off the ground. Susan Oreape, TV1 News.
The Minister for International Trade and Investment, Richard Maru, announced that the National Executive Council has approved an electronic single-window system to be implemented to facilitate trade and investment. Maru said the system holds the premise of promoting greater integration and cooperation among national agencies, as well as countries fostering a more conducive environment for sustainable trade and development. Maru said the system's blueprint symbolizes our shared commitment to embracing innovation and harness the power of technology to drive efficiency and inclusivity in international trade.
For Papua New Guinea to invest in what we call an electronic single window system for trade and investment facilitation. That basically means we will have a computer system establishing the National Trade Office that you can go online and apply and meet the requirements for export of your goods and for import of your goods.
You are watching TV1 News. New facilities for Apupul and Morobe government welcomes new COS. We'll have those stories and more after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait them, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up a big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
Back in '69, Frank Hutchison started a journey when he met Bill King, who ran a remote travel business. King needed four-wheel drive parts so strong, so reliable, they'd make the return trip after enduring the rigours of the Aussie outback. This forged Terrain Tamer's beginnings. Over 50 years later, Frank and his team continue to innovate and create parts strong enough to survive the toughest terrains on the planet. And best of all, the customer is still king. Terrain Tamer, parts that will get you home.
Points to win Wimbledon. And I hope he doesn't eat the entire surface because there is further tennis to be played here.
The waiting is over. Andy Murray is the Wimbledon champion.
Andre Silva is the unseeded champion.
Who will follow in their footsteps?
It's a dream debut.
Welcome back. Apupul village in the East Nakanai LLG in Nakanai district of West New Britain province was the recipient of a new aid post clinic, a new United Trades administrative office and a Lucas Mill chainsaw. The opening was officiated by Nakanai MP and Minister for Oil Palm, Francis Maneke, on Sunday, June 30th, 2024.
Member for Nakanai and Minister for Oil Palm Francis Maneke officially handed over the new facilities to Apupul villages in Biala yesterday. Maneke also presented a Lucas sawmill to help them mill timbers to build their houses. When opening the aid post and office, Minister Maneke urged the people to take ownership of the properties that will assist them and future generations.
Na imi ogata one time community na church simi mas olim nes la housing na making sure that imi delivery unem service important lo yumi lo community.
Maneke also urged the people to stand together and uplift one another's beliefs to grow in their spiritual journey. He said the agenda of the church must be prioritized as an important matter at all times.
You must have a strong church so that you can guide in future lo yumi or people man na marry na same time too all picking lo yumi. All picking lo yumi only go to school today. That's all let's go all no more good plan. You play looking plenty kind school. All picking only finding lo time only go to school. But today me appeal or say me or papa mama. You must guide him good or picking me. Lo way blow lotu.
Local leader of Apopul village, John Ga, also begged the minister and called for unity among the people.
Thank you to us, Apopul congregation, Apopul community, lo sanap one time. Lord is a housing blow yumi. And we take yumi more of 10 years. Lord is a ting blow housing by come up. Today you come up. We take him. Second blow yumi. Lo build him. Working kind officials lo accommodate him. Administration work lo papa God.
The MP also presented a Lucas sawmill chainsaw to the people of Marapu. Susan Oriape, TV1 News.
Dame Jean Kekedo continues her role as chairperson of the 2024 Police Promotions and Selections Board. Dame Jean took oath and was sworn into office under the guidance of Police Minister Peter Siamalili Jr. on Tuesday, June 25th. The swearing-in ceremony was held at the police headquarters at Konidobu, was a small but significant. The event was witnessed by Commissioner of Police David Manning. Commissioner David Manning said he wrote to Dame Jean inviting her to participate in the promotion board panel, and she accepted. Manning said, Dame Jean is a role model prominently recognized and renowned for her outstanding work both within the government and corporate sectors. The other appointees on the 2024 Police Promotions Board include Deputy Commissioner of the Police and Chief of Administration Dr. Philip Mitna, who will represent the Commissioner, and Assistant Commissioner of the Crimes Hodges Iti, who represent the Police Union. The Morobe provincial government welcomed its new Chief of Staff on Friday, June 28, at the Tutumang House. Ziling Jeremiah, who was the Morobe governor's protocol officer, is now the new Chief of Staff.
The Morobe provincial government has seen 3 different appointments for the top post of Chief of Staff in the space of 1 year. In July 2023, the then Chief of Staff and 2022 TYCRC Open candidate, Temas Nania, was replaced by Emmanuel Isaac over competency issues. Nania had been occupying the post for a few months only when he was replaced by Isaac mid-2023. On Friday, June 28th, an official handover-takeover ceremony was held at Tutumang House, with Isaac handing over the reins to former protocol officer Ziling Jeremiah. Outgoing Chief of Staff Isaac thanked the governor for trusting him with the role which he had occupied for almost a year.
The big thank you, Lord. Governor, for support me. The big thank you. Secondly, milato thank you to Lord administrator staff. Bisa ko pong 1 mm, namin to plus ako pong 1 mm mo. Dapan primilo now, with the big thank you straight to administration. Luwag pong dumi. Lombiat to sa Morobe big pla tumas lombi. Mino na make decision lombi 1 pla. So time gawa na tok Monday mi go na mi puti leadership lo table. Mino na make decision. Bitok thank you gawa na mi accept you something ba tama po. So mi ani mo leadership ko lo table. Nagawa na ka decision lo make him mantap na making partaw lumiyan. Papa parataken. Na mino ko lo belewi. Bitok thank you. So now mi mas lendi mo what is the leadership ko lan bergilimbing na.
Governor Luther Wenge said Isaac will remain in the system to assist the new Chief of Staff.
Work together, hand in hand, help each other. Long you may run smooth. You may run smooth forward. Okay. Now, big play, we miss our heavy long debt servicing. We need to work out that one, fix him up, debt servicing. We need to work out long school fee, school subsidy, blocking and will be critical school, primary school. Now, you have to make sure that policy long. Look at him all pasta now, when there is play me, Deacon, Patra, Usat, out in God. Now, look at him all disabled people. You must look at him all, almost feeling was in the country and Blomol.
The governor said people who need to see him or have issues with him or Tutumang will bring it up with the Chief of Staff. Furthermore, the new Deputy Chief of Staff is Philip Boge, while the new Tutumang clerk is Kau Kasup. Kamala Guare, TV1 News, Ley.
And now a look at the finance news. The Kina closed unchanged at $0.2600 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying $0.2525 US, $0.3752 Australian dollars, $0.227 euro, and 40.37 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee, cocoa, copra, and crude oil closed higher, while gold, palm oil, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. Stay tuned. TV1 News continues when we come back.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Fine PNG made.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
At the PNG LNG project, we are proud of our long-standing partnership with the Kumuls, as they represent the hopes and aspirations of so many Papua New Guineans. Rugby league is more than just a sport. It promotes our shared values of leadership, teamwork, respect, personal integrity, and excellence. Lessons learnt on the pitch carry on throughout life and go beyond serving ourselves.
Thanks for staying with us. In overseas news, 4 sites near the Australian War Memorial in Canberra have been vandalised overnight with pro-Palestinian messages. It is the 3rd time this year that such sites in the area have been defaced with graffiti.
Well, we're here at the front of the Vietnam War Memorial along Anzac Parade in Canberra. It's just one of 4 which has been defaced by graffiti overnight, and it's actually the 2nd time that this individual monument has been graffitied in a similar fashion. It was first sprayed with similar pro-Palestinian sentiments back in March this year. It was actually only 2 weeks ago that the Australian War Memorial building was also sprayed too. Now, ACT policing are investigating all 3 matters. They actually carried out a search warrant in relation to the previous 2 matters on Friday, but no charges have been laid. Now, it is quite a drizzly day here in Canberra, so there hasn't been too much foot traffic around. There has been a couple of people who have stopped by to take photos, but other than that, it's been pretty quiet.
Every worker will see extra money in their pocket as the Stage 3 tax cuts take effect. However, as the rising cost of living continues to impact many, this financial boost offers little relief. There are concerns that increased spending could further drive up inflation.
Australians are crunching the numbers.
$1,600. With everything else that's gone up, that would represent the increase in one insurance bill. So it's going to have minimal impact on me.
Like a few grand, that's nothing to turn your nose up at.
It'll be 1/4 of our electricity bill, and that's it.
From tomorrow, more than 13 million Australians will get a tax cut. Workers receiving the median wage will get roughly $1,300 extra back over the year, and for the average full-time worker, they'll pocket around $2,000.
This is all about ensuring that Australians earn more and keep more of what they earn.
But many aren't convinced as they attempt to scrimp and save.
But I don't know that it's going to help us that much.
I'm very sceptical. I honestly doubt that it's anything more than a gesture than an answer to any of our problems.
Rising inflation being a major one for the federal government. But the Treasurer maintains his suite of cost of living measures will drive it down. Also beginning July 1, every household will receive $300 off their energy bills, a freeze on PBS medicines and a 10% increase to Commonwealth rent assistance, while Australia's lowest paid workers will see minimum wage increase to just over $24 an hour. The cost of living measures come as little comfort to many as the prospect of another interest rate rise looms. Some economists are even predicting a second hike.
Starting today, it will be illegal for shops to sell vapes containing nicotine. These devices will only be available at pharmacies and initially only to people with a prescription. While some vapers see this as an opportunity to quit, there are questions about how the new rules will be enforced and their effectiveness in curbing the illegal vape market.
In this pocket of Melbourne's inner north, there are at least half a dozen vape shops within walking distance of each other, all catering to a booming market.
I feel like I've been waiting for the one across the road or around the corner from my house to stop being there because it's just so convenient.
While store owners didn't want to appear on camera, some told the ABC they're getting out of the vape business, while others say they already have, ahead of the federal crackdown.
We'll see how it plays out. Hopefully get off smoking altogether to increase the health.
Disposable vapes aren't necessarily too disposable or safe for the environment at all. It's also not safe for people to inhale.
From tomorrow, nicotine vapes can only be sold at pharmacies, in plain packaging, with flavours limited to mint, menthol or tobacco. They'll also require a prescription, but that's only until October, after the laws were watered down last week.
This new law means if enforcement officers see vapes for sale in a shop at all, they can simply seize those products and issue a very large fine for retailers. That's an actual deterrent.
Pharmacists oppose the move to drop prescriptions and worry vape sales could be forced underground.
We're really concerned that pharmacies could potentially become a target for organised crime.
In an ideal world, we would have no vapes and we wouldn't have any issues, but this is an opportunity to support people to quit vaping.
Questions also remain about just how the new laws will be enforced at a state level.
A lot of this has been illegal to date, and the government has not been able to manage these matters to date. So I'm just curious as to what will change.
We'll have police enforcing, and we urge everyone to be mindful that this is the law.
The state government says it's expecting to receive new enforcement powers from the Commonwealth as part of the reforms.
From Ghostbusters to Star Wars, some of the world's biggest pop culture phenomenon were on display this weekend in Darwin. The event moved to a larger venue in the city centre this year, reflecting the growing popularity of Comic Con.
From the virtual world to a Lego city, a laneway in Darwin CBD transformed this weekend into a celebration of the weird, wacky and supernatural.
The Ecto here is that's my creation. It actually took 2 years to make, and it's like most of it's 3D printed or it's plumbing parts.
Among the attractions, a showcase of local and national comic book artists.
And it's really good to see the both young and older generations embracing what this is, and also coming in and showing themselves what they can make, and including just from art pieces to full comic books.
I believe that there needs to be more events like this, especially for remote and regional areas.
One Indigenous comic book creator hoping he can inspire others to use the medium to share and maintain Aboriginal stories for future generations.
To celebrate and share the richness and the value of our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture, and we just want to do that through comics and build that representation within pop culture.
Organisers are also planning another event where zombies take over a Palmerston shopping centre overnight and run amok.
Just run around affecting people and everyone was screaming, it was full on. You know, we turned the lights down, it was very moody.
This is the second year that Wild North has run the Northern Territory's Comic Con, and it's now moved to Darwin CBD, where they've closed an entire street so that fans of some of the world's biggest franchises can enjoy them with more space.
This is TV1 News. Wigmen's late tri-seals draw and Hunters prevail over Jets. Tracy will bring you those stories and more later in sports.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bougainville.
At the PNG LNG project, we are proud of our long-standing partnership with the Kumals, as they represent the hopes and aspirations of so many Papua New Guineans. Rugby league is more than just a sport. It promotes our shared values of leadership, teamwork, respect, personal integrity, and excellence. Lessons learnt on the pitch carry on throughout life and go beyond serving ourselves.
Open nets. Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Give us a butt dial. What are we gonna do with these ashes?
Easy.
Where was Durfee the happiest? Oh my God, it's spring break.
It's time for the boogie game!
These people stole our games!
You remind me of my granddad.
How old do you think I am?
I don't know, 40?
You wanna play? 1, 2, let's play! I get her number?
Buddy Games, Spring Awakening, premieres Saturday, July 6, 10 p.m. on HBO.
Welcome back. Vanuatu's strong campaign in the OFC Men's National Cup ended yesterday, losing 3-0 to the much stronger New Zealand outfit. New Zealand proved they are still a benchmark team in the Oceania Football Confederation with a decisive win, but Vanuatu was a much improved side this tournament. Vanuatu may have not won the match, but established themselves in the region that they had not an easy push. The Vanuatu fans turned up in numbers and supported their team, but the New Zealand Whites defense proved too strong to penetrate. Despite the loss, Vanuatu football fans and the team itself could be proud of its performance in the tournament. Meanwhile, PNG Kapools failed to progress further with a win and 2 losses. They bowed out from the tournament at the group stage. A late try from Hela Wigman, captain Courageous Junior Igila, would seal a remarkable come-from-behind victory over Mandy Murks right at the death, only for Solomon Pokare to miss the kick from the touchline, which decided a 6-all thriller. Both teams traded points easier with successful penalty kicks to level 2-all before the real battle intensified.
The Southern Highlands franchise, back under original coach Roderick Poname, took charge of proceedings, showing early dominance in both field territory and possession that frustrated the Wigmen into handling errors. Several players were placed on report or sin-binned for dangerous play. It was a nervous return for Wigman's captain and main playmaker, Solomon Pokare, coming up with several uncharacteristic errors after almost 2 months on the sideline due to a hand injury. From the opening exchanges, both teams were tied up 2-all from early penalties before the match intensified and turned into an arm wrestle. Muruk's captain Yves David was like man-possessed, cutting the ball up all day to set the platform for his young mobile forward pack, which got Wigman backpedaling on numerous occasions in their early sets. Playing with a bit more energy and intent, Muruks were first to score from a well-executed right-edge play that saw centre Douglas Tanduka cruise past Wigman's defensive line to set up his winger, Jade Pook, showing a clean pair of eels to the line for an 8-point lead before Wigman's veteran winger Norman Brown got one back from a diving put down on the left corner to trail 6-10. From another attacking set inside Muruk's half, Wigman gave away a costly penalty after man at work Atua Joshua Nogoya was penalized and sent to the bin for using his elbow on a defender. Muruks took the 2 points on offer to extend their lead 12-6. Against a run of play, Wigman's lock forward, Woods Kawage, caught Muruk's defense inside the red zone with a scamper out of dummy half to score beside the post to draw level 12-all. 7 minutes to go, Muruks quickly returned the favor when reserve forward Pasalo Kolo threw a deft pass to centre Robert Gigmai Jr. to put Muruks back in front 16-12 and set up a grandstand finish. As frustrations continued to build, both teams were involved in scuffles, forcing several stoppages. But it was Wigman's never-say-die attitude with the ball in hand and shifting attack to the right edge that found their go-to captain, Junior Igila, who sold a big dummy before diving over for a nail-biter.
Here they come, Pokari, a runner, Junior Igila, step back on inside, he's over! Junior Igila, you are Superman!
Unfortunately, Pokare missed the conversion from the touchline.
Yeah, of course, it's a Gustian counter. You know, when you're playing a quality side and you're trying to
you're trying to come back by 4 points or 6 points down. It's really hard, huh? And for us to fight back with a physical game like that, it's give us more sort of like confidence coming into this game and looking forward to the next 2 games. Yeah, obviously, I think discipline is one of the issues that we've been stretching, and then that's really cost us our game, And you can't play a quality side like Moods, and you kept 10 position against them. They're gonna give you give back what you give. So just something that we really need to stretch going forward for us.
I think if we had the last 5 minutes again, we would have, I think, done a bit more better. I thought the last part is us managing ourselves and trying to get out. Some of the options we took were wrong. I felt if we had the last 5 minutes again, we would have made sure we kept the ball down there and then played out the last 5 minutes. But that didn't happen, so that's it.
Yeah, game and physically, rugby, so we go physically want to more ella weak men. But at the end of the day, I'm going to win, I'm going to lose. So whatever they play making today, one more mistakes we play making, I'm going to go again and fix it. I look forward to next week.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Gas Resources Central Dabaris winning streak continued on Sunday after shutting out a determined Asila Tumbe outfit in a low-scoring affair 10-4 in round 12 of the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup on Sunday at the National Football Stadium. The Central boys were anticipating nothing less than a physical showdown, and they did so with a strong defensive mindset to hold on until the end.
Now getting underway from the boot of...
It was a scrappy opening half for both teams, who struggled for consistency in the attacking sets and weren't able to build any momentum, which was disappointing for both coaches and their fans who turned up to barrack for their teams. That pretty much set the tone for a low-scoring match. From the outset, Dabaris appeared overwhelmed by their 3-game winning spree and were caught in their game by Tumbe's power play and no-nonsense defense. They did a good job of restricting Dabaris' open style of attacking flair, especially using their speed machines, Douglas Pirika and Bartholomew Evie, on the edges, who were starved off the ball for majority of the halves. Tumbe's perseverance to stay in the grind was rewarded when centre John Amoti crashed over the left corner, which was later confirmed by the bunker to draw first blood 4-0.
The ball speed from one end of the field to the other. Now, that looks like a try.
Coming out of their early slumber, Dabaris spine Niki Hasu, Lotte Kumand and Matthew Wave finally got their troops back on the front foot with strong carries by their forwards. Gun centre Joe Frank the Tank was a weapon on the left edge, causing problems for his former team. From an attacking raid inside Tumbe's half, man of the match Stanford John created his own luck from dummy half to push his way over Tumbe's goal line defence, stretching out to slam it down for their first try, and Niki Hasu converting to make it 6-4 until half-time.
The Dabaris scored 6 more to go.
Oh, look at that.
It's a try there to
a party trick from our pianist. That man, Stanford John.
The game continued into the second period until the Dabaris were presented with another opportunity close to the line. From the 5th tackle play, they switched their point of attack to the left before centre Frank delivered a beautiful pass to an unmarked Lagabatia to seal the deal 10-4 at full time.
Oh, that looks forward, but it's going to be a try, and
maintained their spot in the top 6 after round 12. Coach Solomon Koloniasi was livid that his boys did not perform to their standard, which means a lot more work this week before they face the Gurias on Sunday in Port Moresby.
We were a sometimes footy team today. Sometimes we were good, sometimes we were bad. Sometimes we were holding on to the ball, sometimes we were dropping the ball. It's not good enough. Next week we play Gurias. If we play footy like this, we'll get beaten.
I thank you. Firstly, I want to thank you for our win. And then it's not my first time to play this position. It's been a season I've been playing, so I'm grateful to get the first man of the match in this Cup. Yeah.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
This ends the sports segment, and now the weather focused with Rex Lita.
Port Moresby, partly cloudy with few showers, drizzles and possible thunderstorms. Wapondetta, mostly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Momase, Lay, some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak, partly cloudy with few showers. New Guinea Islands, Kavieng, few showers. Kokopo, Rabaul and Buka, cloudy periods with few showers. And Highlands, Mount Hagen, Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, partly cloudy with some showers. Ocean forecast, Coral Sea, seas rough to very rough with southeast winds of 20 to 30 knots, reaching 34 to 47 knots a time. And Solomon Sea, seas moderate with east to southeast winds of 15 to 20 knots. Coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, Kiwa Island to Kerema, Yule Island, Good Point to Samurai Islands. Seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3 to 4 meters along the gale warning areas. And waters of Finsafen through Vitia Strait to Siasi Long Island to Karkar Island. Seas 1.5 to 2 meters, rising to 3 to 3.5 meters at times. And that wraps up the news tonight. From the news team, thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.